You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters. Well, we're going to talk about Angel Reese because she has come out and made some rather interesting comments about sports fans. And, of course, I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, didn't you just go into this tangent a while back about wanting to earn more salary? It is amazing that the women in this league that play in the WNBA do not want to be criticized at all. But do not criticize us. Nothing to see here. Please move along. And it's like you do realize other players in other sports get heavily criticized and, frankly, destroyed on a regular basis, including LeBron James. I mean, what are we doing here? These players in this league do not want this league to grow. Again, they want it to grow under their circumstances only. Women's basketball is finally getting attention, and now that it's getting attention, it's not the right kind of attention. Cry me a river. I mean, really, what are we doing here? This is wild. This is a wild statement. You are a professional athlete. You are in the limelight. You have chosen to put yourself out there, which means you are open to criticism, and you're open to hearing things you aren't going to like about your play, about how you conduct yourself, all of it. It is part of being a celebrity, a sports star, whatever. There's no amount of, well, we're going to call it online hate. Nah, it's criticism, and you don't like it, so to you, it's hateful. Before we jump into that, Sue Bird makes a very interesting proclamation. She's calling her shot here about the upcoming WNBA game between the Fever and the Sky and about how much interest this game is going to end up pulling. All right, Chicago isn't expected to be a contender this campaign, but they are laying the groundwork to be one of the strongest teams in the league for years to come. Even with the new additions of Paige Beckers, Van Lith, and Sonia Cintron, among others, Clark and Reese remain the two most popular players in the league. Their season opener, Saturday, May 17th, is already drawing attention. Former WNBA champion Sue Bird, on her Thursday podcast with Megan Rapinoe, all right, she said she believes a new record would be set. Quote, first, it's the Fever versus the Chicago Sky. Wonder why they did that, Bird said. We have not seen Caitlin Clark play in a long time, okay? And it's against Angel Reese. So my guess, we're going to see like 3+ million viewers, which I'm sure will smash some kind of a record. Interesting. On June 18, 2024, that game drew a 2.25 million, which meant a 225% increase over a comparable game window between the Mercury and Liberty in 2024, the same year. That game peaked at 3 million viewers, demonstrating that Bird's number isn't crazy at all. So, again, this proves my point. There's a lot of new interest in this league. People are going to watch her play. Yes, when you get rebounds and you miss layups over and over and over again, people are going to be very critical. When you go out and look, you're dressed scantily clad, etc., people are going to be critical of that. All right? There's a lot of people that don't believe in dressing that way, and they're going to call you out for it. It is what it is. I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's crazy to me. You put yourself out there, you're going to get criticized. So, right here, Chicago Sky's Angel Reese sounds off about entitlement. And I was like, what is she going to be talking about here? She's deciding to call the fans entitled. Unbelievable. Reese has recently been in the headlines for threatening a potential strike in the WNBA if negotiations during the next CBA don't go as players hope. Reese thinks women in the WNBA deserve higher pay. Some fans are afraid to strike. A strike could hurt the momentum the WNBA has built in popularity when Reese and Caitlin Clark entered the league. It will kill this league. It will kill it. If they go on strike, it's a wrap. Unless the NBA wants to continue to pay its way. Reese uses her platform on social media and her podcast, Unapologetically Angel, to publicly espouse those beliefs. Reese recently suggested that she's different in person. Quote, the funniest thing people say to me is, wow, you're so nice in person. It's crazy the way you're portrayed online. I just laughed and say, yeah, I did a video about that. And you know what? A lot of fans said, you know what? We don't believe anybody ever told you that. Sorry. And that's, look, you know what that is? That's a fan's opinion, and they can have it. This is America. Free speech. They can have an opinion you don't like. Here we go. In a post on X Wednesday, Reese promised her followers that they'd be better off minding their own business. Wow. Would they be better off turning the TV off when your game is on? I mean, I wonder. I'm starting to wonder, hey, would be better off turning the TV off when you're on? See what happens to them good old ratings? It doesn't matter if you're not playing Caitlin Clark. Nobody's watching you anyway. Y'all be feeling too entitled, thinking y'all's opinions matter about someone else's life instead of minding your own business. I promise you win at life when you just live your own life and mind your own business. I promise. I don't give a rat's about that. That statement right there. Reese is giving terrible advice to potential fans and followers. Absolutely. This league is claiming it wants to be popular and it wants to generate interest. And you've got an actual player, supposed to be the supposed second most popular player in the league, crapping all over fans that have taken an interest in players. As part of that, you're going to get positive feedback and negative feedback. That's life. That's life. As a sports player, especially. The more interest she receives from public, good or bad, the more publicity the WNBA receives. The more publicity the WNBA receives, the more money she stands to make on her next contract. Absolutely. It's unbelievable, folks. Mind your own business, fans. I know you're sports fans, and I know we're in the public, but don't criticize us. We want you to keep your opinion to yourselves. And what is so wild about hearing this is, we've heard this kind of thing from other WNBA players. In a struggling league that unless Caitlin Clark plays, there is no attendance, there is no ratings, there is no gate revenue. She is the only factor that's moving the needle. Still. And other players feel the same way Angel does. It's amazing to me. They don't want to grow. Again, they wanted to grow their league to a minute portion of the population. They never wanted regular sports fans to come in and start watching this league. Because you know what regular sports fans do? We run our mouth about all sports. NFL and the players in it right now, NBA players, Major League Baseball players, they all get criticized. They all get crushed. You want to make big money, well, you better have some thick skin at some point. Wow. Unbelievable. Here we are. The WNBA season's almost there, and Angel Reese is trying to get you to to shut up and just watch. Good luck with that. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.